Hey, Tony Gaskins here. I'm gonna let y'all know something. You know, when you look around, you see a lot going on. You see, it's a lot of scams. It's a lot of stuff that just really, people make money in all kind of ways. And a lot of the stuff is kind of shady, how people do it. A lot of it is scammy. A lot of it is high ticket stuff. It costs a lot of money, but it's not all that. It's not worth all that in a lot of cases. And so I don't believe in charging nobody a whole bunch of money for a service or a product that's not worth it. Whatever I charge, what I'm charging for is worth 10 times that amount. And that's the way I believe business should be done, because you should undersell and over deliver. And so we don't see that happening a lot of times. And that's why I say, keep your money until you find a place and a situation that you really, really feel 100% about. And then you have to ask yourself, where are you operating from? Because a lot of times we don't operate from the right places. It's so often people will see somebody selling something and they selling this product or this service or this course, and what they're selling is they selling a dream, they selling financial freedom, so to speak. And so people are buying it out of fear, out of greed, out of scarcity. And yes, you can buy a high ticket product out of scarcity and not out of abundance. So in order to truly be successful, you're gonna have to have an abundant mindset. And an abundant mindset don't mean you're not gonna have tight times. It don't mean that you're not gonna be tight. A lot of times an abundant mindset will produce tight times. But even in that, you have to still have an abundant mindset to know and believe that you have access and you have ability, and you can do way more than you're doing. You can be way more successful than you are. And we just don't tap in. We in most cases, we don't tap in to our gifts, and we leave so much on the table. Like I got with a client the other day who has over 300,000 supporters online. And I showed my client how just by using their gift, you don't have to scam people or anything. I said, listen, this is what you do. You take your gift, and I want you to write 7 to 10 pages. And then I want you to take those pieces that you done compile, and I want you to put it on Gumroad.com as a free download. And this is to build your support base. This is to get emails, so that when you have something of value to offer these people, you could email them directly instead of depending on the algorithm. So my client took and did this, boom, in one day. That gifted, like you gifted, boom, did that. We put it up there, boom. Went to Canva, made the cover, went to Canva, made the interior of the ebook, and then posted it. It's a free download, but people was donating. In the first few hours, my client had then received over $400. First few days, about $1,000. I need to check in and see what the number came up to. And if you release on like Sunday or Monday, you don't get paid that Friday coming, you get paid the next Friday after. So my client got their first payment, and this was a free product. But you giving something of value, people support you, people respect you, they appreciate you. So a lot of times people with an abundant mindset, even though you giving it away for free, they're gonna throw you $1, they're gonna throw you $5, some people gonna throw you $100 because of their abundant mindset. And so you can't just sit on your gifts. You got to realize that you are a well of abundance. You got so many gifts in you. You got so many talents. You got so many streams of income. You got so many things you could do where it is an exchange. Like, you're not getting over on people. Like, a lot of times that's a scarcity mindset that makes us feel like we getting over on people by putting a price on our gift that we done suffered to get. It's like, no, you deserve that. So it like, you don't have to feel like everything you got to do is free. Yeah, you could do a fair price, but it's like, if you got a YouTube channel, don't just be on YouTube, because when you on YouTube now, you with all kind of people, you with all kind of spirits, you with people who they're not paying $1 to support you. They are spectators, and some of those spectators become haters. But what you want collaborators, you want supporters. So now when you come off of YouTube, meaning you on YouTube, but you still could do a class or something that you put a price on, $25. Easy, fair price. The class I did yesterday was $15. It was $15. I cut it off about an hour before class started. I left it open because I had talked about it in a video. It was still people who wrote in after I cut it off, but it was like, hey, lesson is, set your notification when I release a video, you see the video. Lesson is, when I send an email, pay attention to your email so you'll be able to get into class now. And so I cut it off, and I charged $15 to go behind that paywall to directly receive directly to me for the value. Because see, if I could teach that same value on YouTube, but YouTube ain't have to be in the trenches with me. YouTube ain't have to sweat with me, cry with me, grind with me. YouTube ain't have to suffer with me. But guess what they take? They take 55%. Then they also are advertising companies that I don't approve of, companies I don't stamp, companies I don't know nothing about. So yeah, that's a stream of income, but that don't have to be your only stream of income. You know how to set up a Zoom? Okay, if you know how to set up a Zoom, then you come up with your class, you share that information with your supporters on whatever network. If you big on LinkedIn, if you big on TikTok, if you big on YouTube, if you big on Facebook, if you big on Twitter, if you big on Snapchat, you big on whatever site, don't just be on that site. Bring those people outside of that site and take them to another way to where you could be compensated and rewarded and supported on a higher level. And so even when I took people off of YouTube or off of Instagram or off of wherever and say, here, let's come over here and let's get on Zoom. I got to pay Zoom $50 a month. Okay, that's a fair exchange. That's they got a platform. They got a software. I'm paying them for their software. So we had almost 200 people on the call. So yeah, it's not a lot of people considering the fact that I have 3.5 million quote unquote followers. I don't like the word followers. I didn't post it on every network. I ain't posted on Facebook. I don't think I posted on Instagram. I mentioned it loosely on YouTube, but at the end of a video, when I mentioned it one time on a YouTube video, I was on live and it was over 2,000 people watching the live. So you would like to think this how people think. People think, oh, well, if he said that 2,000 people, 10% finna go sign up. So 200 people finna go sign up. No, I had already had 200 people signed up before I mentioned it. So people think another 200, that's not how sales work. That's not how business work, because 99.9% of people have a scarcity mindset. 99.9% of people have a taker mindset. So even though it's 2,000 people sitting watching me share my gift, my wisdom, my whatever for free, less than 1% of those people will actually pay to support me. And that's what you have to realize. And that's why you can't feel bad about having a price for your services. That's why you can't feel bad about going behind a paywall sometimes, so that you really could connect. I'm doing meet and greets in different cities around the country because I really want to connect with people who really rock with me, people who really support me, because I may be able to create opportunities and do things to where I'm able to create these opportunities. And I don't want to do that with a spectator. I don't want to do that with Judas. I want to do that with people who they all the way immersed in my brand. They full supporters. So the meetups, it's $150. I'm making no money on the meetups because I'm paying $2,200 to $2,600 for the venue. I'm only allowing 20 people to sign up. So I'm not even making the $3,000 because the payment processor is getting a piece of the money. So I'm not even making the $3,000, and the event, just the venue and the food, is costing $2,500. But I also got to fly to that city and do a hotel. I fly first class because of my mindset. I done stretched my mindset to first class. I only fly, you know, economy if I absolutely have to. If I absolutely cannot put it in the budget to go first class, I'll fly economy. But once you stretch your mind, like Oliver Wendell Holmes said, once your mind has been stretched to a new dimension, it never returns to its original form. So people could call that whatever they want to call it. I don't care. For me, it's a mental stretch. So where if this is available to humans, then I deserve it. I'm not finna sit back there cramped up in economy if first class is available, because the people in first class ain't no better than me. So if they can afford it, I got to find a way to where I can afford it, instead of saying I only deserve to be in economy and saying, oh, I'm gonna sit in economy so I can save money, when you cannot take that money with you because you could die on that plane. And if you finna die, if that plane finna go down, it'll be better to be in a comfortable first class seat than a cramped up middle seat when if that plane finna go down. So we have to stretch our mindset. We got to change our mindset from scarcity to abundance. But also you got to change your work ethic from scarcity to abundance. And you got to see more of your gifts. You got to see more of your talents. You got to see more opportunities, because we sitting on gifts. We sitting on opportunities. I'm coming back to the place to where I'm about to teach a class every day. Because guess what? A teacher go to school and she teach stuff in the classroom that the kids may never use in their real life. And she getting paid every day for going and working at somebody's school. So I done created my own school, TonyGassonAcademy.com, and I got over 41,000 students. So now I'm thinking about, hey, you know what? I could teach a class every day if I want to on a different topic based on where I come from. And I could have 5 classes that I teach Monday through Friday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. or 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. or whatever it is. And it just be a rotating class. Everything ain't for everybody. So some students in this class, it might be 100 students in this on Monday, 100 students on Tuesday, 100 students on Wednesday, and it might be a different 100 people every night. But one day I might get to that place when my sons ain't having soccer practice every night. I might get to that place to where I do that. And so I say that to say, okay, the police over here with the lady talking to her now, look like she out here wiping tears out her face. Wonder what's going on now. She in a towel, in a bathing suit. What they got going on? Might have got into it with her husband. And so guess what? I could feel bad about that. Oh, you know, man, you know, you selling something every day. No, that's my gift. I'm not just having people sign up to just sit there and look at me. I'm giving them something. Guess what? I did that class for $15. A lady sent me $100 today. And it said, Tony, I'm sending this to you for the value you added to my life. I'm sending this to you for all the notes that I have from your class. She did that unprovoked. She did that without me asking. That's what so what she was saying is, I paid $15, but I got $115 worth of value. Here go $100. Lord, bless her in the name of Jesus. Lord, pour out in her life, Lord. Bless her the way it's pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And there was a few other people that sent an additional blessing on Cash App, on Venmo, on Apple Pay, without me asking. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, is that there is people on your Facebook, on your YouTube, on your Instagram, they want to go deeper with your gift. They want to support your gift. But you got to get out your head and stop telling yourself that you unworthy and that you not ready and that you don't deserve to make money. I had a client, she said to me, she said, Tony, I cannot believe I'm being paid to cook. She loved to cook. It come easy to her. And people buying plates for $20, $25. She was like, I can't believe it's a thing. Guess what? I wake up with the same thought. I cannot believe I get to use my God-given gift to take care of myself and my family. I can't believe it. But that is the purpose of a gift. God gave you a gift not so you could sit on it and squander it and waste it away. God gave you a gift so you could take care of yourself and be a blessing to the people who need your gift. This is what we got to understand. Hey, this is Tony Gaston. I got to go. I had to come back home to get my wedding ring because I had took it off the lotion, and I can't be out running around in these streets. I'm going to pick up my mama. We got church tomorrow. She a revival. She go to a Nigerian church. They Christian, the Nigerian church, and I'm gonna tell you, Nigerian people do church different. They be going in. So I'm not excited about it because that's not my type of, going in. I'd be like, my goodness, boy, I know this where the Lord come from over there, because how long y'all be praying, how long y'all be singing. Like, I love the Lord now, but my goodness. So, hey, I'm going over there with my mama, and she been begging me to go to church with her, So it finally worked out. I had to cancel a meeting tomorrow, cancel a couple of meetings tomorrow. If I got a coaching session with you tomorrow on Monday, just please understand, I got to go to church with my mama, and sometimes in them kind of churches, we might be in there, I ain't know, 10 hours, 12, 6 hours, 8 hours. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I'm going to be there, spending time with my mama and in the Lord. But hey, this Tony Gaston. God bless you, and we'll talk soon. And I'm thinking about eventually, I ain't all the way ready yet, but I'm thinking about eventually starting us a little Bible study. I don't put the things of God behind a paywall. Bible study will be free, of course. But I'm not all the way there yet, but I'm thinking about it, eventually. So God bless you. We'll talk soon.